Praise Him, praise Him. It's glorious Gloria here. Happy New Year! So, as promised, I am starting my New Year's off right. And prayfully, I continue this journey all year long. So, um, having the right mindset is key. That's the thing. You have to keep your mindset the right way. Don't get drowned down in all those negative thoughts. All right. So my goal is this year is to develop a new coping mechanism to handle my negative thoughts at times, especially because I'm a teacher and I'm an EC teacher at that. So it's a very stressful job. Okay. Because not only have to deal with my kids, but I also deal with the paperwork and then all these meetings that I have to jungle in. And and especially in May, I have a lot of transition students going to from 5th to 6th grade. So I have to have all those meetings for all my students at once. So I know it's going to be stressful for me, but I'm looking ahead and planning what I'm going to do to handle those stressful times. And that is developing coping mechanisms. So right now I'm in a process of, I have my mixed seasons that I use. There's no label, but we have curry powder in here. We have garlic. We have onion. We have Italian season. We have the little chia seed. And then I use a whole triology, which is flax, chia, and hemp. And this is good for your digestive system and to boost your metabolism. And then I have my sugar-free honey barbecue sauce that I'm going to use. And of course, can't do anything without minced garlic. Hello. So, and I did something different. Instead of using all these pots, I put my meat in here and I'm just letting it cook. So I got all my seasons in here with some onions and some green onions and white onions. So I'm just letting that simmer, cook it down a little bit. It looks a little juicy for my taste, but I think it's because I put all that garlic in there. So that's all right. So yeah, so I got my beans over here. This is going to be from the sauce. So I got stewed tomatoes. I did something different. I usually use ragu sauce or some kind of, Prego, whatever, classical, whatever with the low sugar. But instead of that, I did stewed tomatoes with celery and onions. So I'm going to do that instead of using ragu sauce. So I'm going to mix some seasoning in there. And then over here is my beans. So we have pinto, we got black, and we got kidney beans. So they have this thing called light red kidney beans. So I'm trying that today too. So, and then I know you guys saw that mustard over there, but that's for my son. I'm gonna have salad with chili. So I might have salad for my lunch and then chili for my dinner. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but anyway, that's the plan. With my intermittent fasting, 18 to 6 or 20 to 4, depending on my day. I like to pay attention to my body, and I might do smoothies in the morning time before I go to work. So, because, sometimes I get bogged down in these meetings that I cannot eat. So, and when I'm working now, I have to eat. I can't do this no eating. So that's why I said I'm going to play with my intermittent fasting because I want to still do it because it helps boost my metabolism. But I also got to be mindful because I want to drink my smoothie before I leave, because after you finish working out, you usually like so hungry. So, so I have to do a, think about that, how I'm gonna do it. But that's me. I'm making my plan for how I'm gonna start my new year off right, because I have goals, and going on this trip to New Orleans really have put things in perspective for me. How because I couldn't like do a lot that I wanted to, like I wanted to visit like the African Museum and stuff like that, but in certain places I wanted to go in the French Quarter, but I couldn't do it because I couldn't walk that much. So it really put a lot of things in perspective. Yes, I came a long way. Not down. I'm not down on my progress, but I'm just saying is that there's certain things of where I want to go. And I know that to a certain extent there are things I'm not going to be able to get to because of my accident, but that's okay. That I understand that. But my weight, I can control my weight. I can control what I put in my mouth. So that, you know, if you guys know the Serenity prayer, you're asking God to help you control the things that you can and the things that you can't. Don't worry about it, right? So and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to apply that prayer to my life. Control the things that I can't control, and I can control what I put in my mouth. All right, guys. So I'll just as a hey guys, so I just added my vegetables to the mix. So I got, just so you guys can see, I got my peas and carrots, and then I got my favorite. I fell upon this one. It's so good. Sweet potatoes with broccoli and cauliflower florets. So it is so good. And sodium is not that bad either. It's only 260 milligrams of sodium and 50 calories per serving. And this one is 55 milligrams of sodium. So, I try to stay under things for 500 milligrams. Gotta watch the sodium, especially when you have high blood pressure. So, yeah. So I'm mixing this up before I add in my soup mix over there, the B mix. There we go. Finally. Always get that big frozen stubborn piece. Alright, now this is looking more like it. Okay, add some more seasoning. I'm kind of heavy-handed with my seasoning, so it's a good thing I don't use seasoning with sodium in it. All of my seasoning is sodium-free, because I am so heavy-handed when it comes to my seasoning, because I like my food that tastes good, because I can't use salt. So I use a lot of herbs to carry me through. And I do not like buying those salt-free seasonings that they have out there, because some of them have salt in them. So you have to be careful and read your labels. See how this says? Can you read that? 0 milligrams. Because let me let you guys know on a little secret. Just because it says 0 milligrams doesn't mean it doesn't have any salt in it. A lot of people are not aware of that. It's just that it is not enough for it to be quantifiable for the measurements, according to the FDA. But it does have salt in it. So that's why sometimes we have to be so careful of how much sodium other things are in, because it's that number that's not counted, that of sodium. So sometimes, people are like, well, I don't use salt. So why is my blood pressure so high? So it's other things, So we gotta be careful, okay? So at the end of the day, we only can do the best we can. So hold on, I'm about to add my big thing. I need 2 hands, so give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. So I have added all my seasonings, including the barbecue sauce, and it just made it. So I'm gonna stir this up really good. This is my go-to recipe when I make my chili. Lots of vegetables in it. I actually usually have more vegetables than this in it, but I usually be overflowing my pan, so I said I'm gonna make this last for the week. Maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. Maybe it could last for 2 weeks. Yep. I think. Oh, that looks good. And it smells delicious. Whew. My arm's getting a workout. So now I'm going to let this sit and simmer for about 25 minutes. Because I want all the seasonings to just soak it up. Get the tomatoes, So once I finish stirring it up, I put a little bit of olive oil in it. Because I need to get my fat. So I put like 2 tablespoons. Probably should have put more olive oil in it, but I didn't. So, but I just put some so I can have my fat, because even though it has some kind of fat in it, because I think I got the 93% turkey, ground turkey. So it has some fat in there. So I think it should be covered with just a little bit of olive oil. I think I'm good. But it's all those things, those little nuisance that you have to, be mindful of when you're cooking. Because you want to make sure your meal is nutritious. So that's why I add the vegetables in it. That's why I add my protein. I got my protein, and then I got my little carbs going on. Or for some people, they're like, that's a lot of carbs. Because I got black beans, kidney beans, and pinto beans. So, but I'm not having rice on the side. So I think I'm good. Although I should do some rice. Some wild rice would go nice with them. Some sauteed white rice. That sounds good. No. I had a lot of carbs this past 2 weeks. I might do some crackers with it. Yeah, I'll go with crackers. Because that way I could be mindful of my crackers. Yeah. Because I bought these toasted crackers. So I could do, I could be mindful of how much I think I'll do that. You see? Well, sometimes you got to talk to yourself and figure out what you're going to do. But anyway. So that's my thing. I'm going to let that simmer. So I'm about to clean up my mess. It's not as it could have been, because I combine everything. See, I have beans left over, so I'm gonna have to put that in a container. I just need 1 can of bean of each instead of 2. So, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm gonna cook it next week anyway, so I'll have beans already open. I don't have to open any more beans. And I'll probably just add maybe 1 more can of beans to that. But that's my plan. So I'll see you guys. You have a wonderful one.